So you guys, I want to start giving you the tea, all right? So I'm going to be doing some story times. This first story time is about, first of all, my story times are going to be like faith-based and, things that God has done in my life and things that have pushed me closer to God and also things that God has allowed me to learn and see in the spirit, okay? So hear me out. So story time part one. Listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly how the enemy uses your coworkers. Yes, I said it, your coworkers to fight against you. Okay. I found myself getting this job, and let me tell you, this job, it seemed like everything was cool, everything was nice, the pay was good, the schedule was good, right? As a single mom, I was like, okay, I could do that. So you guys, long story short, when I went to get the interview, everything was fine. When I'm telling you, everybody loved me, the vibe was good, everything. But once I got into training, I went through a month of training, you guys, and I knew quickly in my spirit, because if you have discernment, listen, honey, let me tell you. So I knew in my spirit that these individuals that were there were like weird, like something, something didn't sit right in my spirit. So let me tell you, right? They started seeing things when we talked about each other, I just told them like I'm a mom, I have my faith, this and that, but not too much. But next thing you know, we were talking about animals and how one of the girls, she likes animals, right? And she happened to say that she feeds raccoons and that she loves when the raccoons come to her yard or whatever. So she feeds them, whatever. So you guys, how about that same day, I told her, oh, imagine we see a raccoon today. And I told her I'd be seeing them by my house all the time. So long story short, you guys, I keep saying that, but I went outside and I was having my lunch, and she never had her lunch exactly where I had it. And this day she was passing by. So she was passing by, and as soon as I look towards her, I tell her, oh my God, look at, there's a raccoon right there. And she's like, are you serious? We were just talking about that. You just said that. And I said, I know, that's so weird, right? But listen to so I don't want to make this video too long, and I'm probably going to have to add more parts to this, but let me tell you. So long story short, you guys, once this girl seen that what I said out my mouth manifested, and she seen other things, she was like, I'm scared of this girl. Like, I don't know. So long story short, the one who was training us, she was young. She was like 23 years old. We're all grown or whatever, but she was the youngest, and the other girl, she was also, in her 20s. So they kind of clicked. Guess what? I started seeing how they were like plotting. That's how the enemy start using people, because we don't fight against flesh or blood, okay? Y'all need to understand, when people rise against you, it's the enemy, all right? It's spirits operating through these people. So I started seeing them plotting and talking and this and that. Like I said, I was probably the older one there, so I kept to myself. Next thing you know, you guys, these people, we were in training. So I go to make a call and do my practice or whatever. And the girl that had seen the raccoon, she tells me, I'm scared of you. I said, why? She, no reason to be scared of me, you know what I'm saying? She said, well, I'm scared because you look like you're a witch. The enemy trying to. So I said, no, I am not. I'm a child of God. I probably have gifts, but I ain't a witch. I'm just saying. Next thing you know, she says, well, my mom is really heavy into that. Boom. There you go. That's why my spirit wasn't feeling right, right? Next thing you know, the lady who was training us, the other young lady that was training me, she said, well, my grandparents are from Haiti and they're very into that as well. So I grew up around that. That's where everything clicked. You guys, all the talking, all the nitpicking they were doing behind my back, they got me fired, you guys. But God is so good. God is so good that he did something. He did his big one next. So I'm going to save that for part 2. Just know, keep your guard up and stay prayed up, okay? When you go to work, always make sure you pray. Whenever you go out, make sure you pray, because there's people plotting on you and you didn't even know.